Morty, give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright,
What's up, my Barbies and Kens? It's your girl KynThaDoll, and I'm back with another video, period. So as y'all can see from the title today, I'm going to be giving y'all the settings for my new camera, my Sony ZV-1F content creator camera, okay? Yeah, all of that. So I'm going to be giving y'all the settings for the recording mode and the shooting mode and the S&Q mode. So make sure y'all go ahead, like this video right now, comment down below, subscribe if this is your first time ever seeing me, your girl KynThaDoll, period. And don't forget to hit that bell as well so you don't miss out on any videos with me. Now let's get into this video. So here is my camera, my Sony ZV-1F content creator camera. I'm not going to spend too much time going into detail about these settings. I'm just here to show you guys what I have my camera set to. So up first we have the image quality record. So we're headed to file format. That is set to HD on my camera. Movie settings is set to 24p. And the record setting I left alone because as you guys can see, it is shaded gray. So I really couldn't do too much with that. The recording frame rate set to 24p and the frame rate set to 60 FPS. So just in case I need to slow my video down or edit, I can do that. And for proxy recording, I left that off because honestly, I don't even know what that is for. Next up is media, and honestly you guys, I just went ahead and left all of this alone. You are welcome to dibble and dabble on your camera in these settings, but I just decided to leave all of that alone. But again, you can go ahead and check it out yourself. Next are the file settings. So for the serial number, I just left that on off. And for the file settings, I set my camera to series. And for a series counter reset, I left that alone. File name format, I'm letting it catch up. But for file name format, I left it as title. You can change it to whichever you like, but I just left it as title. And for, of course, the title name settings, KynThaDoll, period. What else would it be? For shooting mode, I went ahead and set it to manual exposure for both shooting mode and S&Q mode. So that's just a little hint for when we get to that, but we're not there yet. But yeah, I went ahead and set it to manual. You can always go ahead and change it if you like. For shutter, I just left it on off because, I mean, unless you want to hear that, go ahead. For audio recording, I set it to on. Audio recording level is set to 12. You can always, change it up like I've been telling y'all, but it's easy to turn it up. But once you already recorded it with it loud, it's kind of hard to turn it down. So I just set it to 12. For steady shot, it's set to active. And for my zoom range is set to clear image zoom. Zoom speed is set to fast. And for the, go ahead and move, girl, damn. Step zoom magnifying, I set that times 4.0. I turned that on. It's probably not on your camera already, so you have to turn it on. For shooting display, I have the grid line display set to on. The grid line type set to rule of thirds grid. You can always go through and play with all the grids if you would like to, and I just left the last one set to on. For marker display, I went ahead and just left everything alone. If you would like to play around with that, you can, but I just went ahead and left it alone. As well, for a shooting option, I left all of this alone as well. For exposure, I have it set to on for slow shutter, and ISO, I just have it set to auto. This way, I don't have to, go through my settings every time and change it so that it fits. It automatically will set for me. For exposure composition, I have it set to plus 0.0. You can always go through this and check it out and switch it up if you would like to, like I've been saying this whole video, but this is what I have it set to. For metering, I have it set to multi for the metering mode. Again, you can always go through these modes and check out the different ones that you might like because, it's not the same for everybody. And for phase priority, I have it set to on. For white balance, I have it set to auto, and the second one is set to standard. Color and tone settings, D-range optimizer is set to auto. okay? You can always go through and, well, you can always pause right here just to make sure that yours match. For creative look is set to ST. I think that stands for standard. I'm not sure. Profile picture profile, I have it set to off. And the soft skin effect is on, baby, because I need my skin to look good every time y'all see me on this camera, okay? For zebra effect or zebra display, I'll just set that on off. But if I ever do need to use it, the level is set to 95. For the focus portion of these settings, I have the focus mode set to continuous AF. And the set focus, I just left it alone. As y'all can see, it's grayed out. So for focus area, I have it set to wide. Again, you can always go through all the different modes and change it if you need to. And for subject recognition, you can go ahead and pause if you need to right here. But I have that set to on. Recognition target set to human. Unless you are taking pictures of nature, then you could probably set it to animal. But this camera's for me, so to human it is. And for subject recognition on display set to on. Register faces is set to on as well. Pause if you need to. For my focus assistant settings, I have the first one set to on. This I just believe shows us like what it looks like when it's filming, I guess. For the next one, for my focus time, I have it set to 2 seconds. You can always go through and change it. Like I've been telling y'all, this is your camera. I'm just showing y'all what I like most. And for the last one, I just kept it set to 1 times 1.0. Peaking display is on, peaking level set to high, and peaking color set to red. But whatever color you feel like you'll most likely see or catch on your camera, you can set it to that, whatever you like. As for the playback settings, I left everything alone. For the network settings, you can go ahead and set that up yourself with your camera and your phone on your own time. And for the setup, I just like changed the date so it matched the actual date. But everything else I left alone because I didn't really know what to do with that. I'll probably play around with it a little bit more and figure some stuff out. But as far as that goes, I left that alone. Now we're going to go ahead and switch our mode. This is our manual mode. Oh no, we're in S&Q, my bad y'all. So here you could just press that little function button, the FN button, and pause right here and just make sure that your little functions match mine. And last but not least, we're going to go ahead and get into these camera settings. So go ahead and switch your camera to the camera mode. So for JPEG quality and recording, you could go ahead and pause it right here. And I'm not going to cap. I do feel like once you change the settings in the shooting mode, it kind of changes over here. So I really didn't have to change much because it was kind of already fixed for me. But yeah, so now we're on to media. And all of this, I believe I just left it alone. I ain't even going to cap with y'all. Onto file. So I have my file number set to series. You can always go to reset, but I don't know what that does, so don't blame me. For a file name, I just put my initials. You could always go through and put whatever you want to. It's your camera. And for a folder name, I just have it set for the date so I can know the dates I took pictures, everything like that. Shooting mode set to manual. Again, you can always go through and change it. Y'all, if y'all hear something in the background, it's a loud ass airplane flying by my crib, okay? But I have my drive mode set to single shooting. Again, you can always go through and change this. And pause right here for all of the interval, and how do you pronounce that? Interval shot functions, okay? So now we're on to our shutter mode or whatever. I just leave that off unless you want to hear that when you're taking pictures, but otherwise you could turn it off. For zoom, I have it set to clear image zoom, zoom speed set to fast. And for the magnifier, go ahead and check that last box because I believe it does not come checked when you get your camera. So go ahead and check it so you could get the most zoom as possible. It might not be as clear, but it'll be good. My dog is shaking, y'all, so that's what that is if you hear it. But the grid line set the same as for my shooting settings, so that kind of should be the same. If not, just go ahead and change it. And for this, I just left it off. Same goes for the exposure and color settings. he would decide to eat right now, and he see me over here recording. This dog is annoying, but it's basically the same as what it is for my shooting. But again, you can always just watch right here, pause if you need to, and just follow along. Onto our exposure and color derange optimizer set to on, creative look set to ST, picture profile off, and soft skin effect on because I need my skin to look the best it can be, even though the skin already be popping. Zebra display, y'all already know I don't really use that, so I have it off. And if I do use it, it's set to 95. Focus mode set to single shot, pre-AF on set focus, I just left that alone. Focus area set to wide, subject recognition set to on recognition, target human, right left eye is auto so it can choose for itself. Subject recognition on, face memory, I just left that alone. And yeah, just go through, y'all, pause, and yeah, just make sure your camera matches mine. It does feel like I'm going a little bit faster, you guys, but like I said, once you change the settings in the shooting, it kind of changes the settings for the camera mode. So you guys really shouldn't have much to change right now. But these are my settings, and y'all know I keep the last 3 the same or set them up on my own time. But I'm so happy that y'all were able to tune into this video, and I hope that I was actually able to help you guys set up your Sony ZV-1F content creator camera. All right, you guys, so that's all that I have for my video today. So I hope that I was able to help y'all out in any kind of way if you also have this camera as well. And yeah, so make sure y'all like this video, comment down below. If I missed anything, leave it down in the comment section below. If I helped you, leave that in the comment section below too. And don't forget to hit that bell as well so you don't miss out any videos with me, and subscribe. I don't know if I just told y'all to subscribe, but if I didn't, make sure you subscribe. And if I did, still make sure you subscribe. Period. I'll see y'all in my next one.